Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Upkick MMA episode 480. I am Brendan. All right, UFC Fight Night, Sandhagen versus Figueiredo prelims. Miesha Tate taking on Yana Santos. We're going to break that fight down, go through it round by round. The rest of the fights on the prelims are going to do the same thing. All right, if you like this kind of thing, subscribe to the channel. That way the next video is coming out. Let's get started. Okie dokie. Yana Santos taking on Miesha Tate. Yeah, you guys could skip this one. I mean, for those of you guys out there who, grew up watching MMA back in like the mid 2000s to early 2010s, Miesha Tate was a mainstay, fighting in Strikeforce and making it over to the UFC, fighting for the title, losing to Ronda Rousey, making her way back to the title again, winning the title, and then eventually losing it to Amanda Nunes. But anyway, she's taking on Yana Santos here. 9 years after she won the title? She won the title in 2016. Yeah. 9 years ago, she was the champion. 9 years. She took a break from the UFC multiple times from 2016 to 2021. So 4.5 years there. 21 to 22 is only 8 months. 22, that's over a year to again. And then it's been a year and a half since she's fought last time. So she's only fighting once every year and a half now, once every 2 years. So I don't know if this is the end for her. That doesn't matter. Let's talk about the fight. Tate right away, rushing across, punching. Not the prettiest punches, but that's not her style. It's just get in your face and do what I can. She's been fighting forever, so she fought before females had a lot of the skills in MMA that the men do. Santos is a much better striker, but on the feet, it wasn't. The first round wasn't a total blowout, but Santos ended up landing more. We don't have to go through this so crazy. It was just she was landing a ton of offense while Tate was rushing in. Right, she would rush in. Santos would pick her apart. She's absolutely wrecking her legs. How many leg kicks did she land this round? 8. It's just lots of poking with the jab, popping with that right hand when she could, or left hand, and then leg kicker. She would land some kicks to the body. She was doing good work on the feet as she was retreating, and then Miesha Tate was just running right into the stuff. She would get her own strikes in, but it just wasn't enough. 31 to 22 for striking numbers in favor of Santos. Tate clearly not taking this round. Santos taking it 10 to 9. Second round, Santos circling the outside, kicking the legs, more circling. Tate just can't get anything going. Can't get a takedown, can't stop her movement, can't land on the feet enough, can't crow, can't fly. 31 to 13. So Santos, landing the same amount as she did in the first round, and Tate falling off, only landed 13. So clearly getting worse. And you're like, okay, this third round, it's more of the same. And it was until, no, actually this round was relatively boring. Not a lot going on. And then all of a sudden she gets the back body lock with 3:40 left. Tate goes to the back triangle. She has control on the ground. She controls her for the entire round. I don't know if she got an official submission attempt, but that was her best chance. It's like one of those things where had she been able to get a hold of her in the first 2 rounds and get a takedown, I think she could have won this fight. 29-28 on my scorecard. I think all 3 judges had it the same way. Yeah. Judges got that one right. Thank God. That would have been weird if anybody gave a 30-27 or gave another round to Tate. That would have been weird. Santos is a journeyman fighter, and Tate at this point fights for whatever she's fighting for. I don't think that she's totally out of it. She clearly can compete with these women in this division up to a certain point, so I'm not going to tell her to quit. Azamat Bekoev versus Ryan Loder. This one looked weird. Loder looked competitive for like 45 seconds when he went for a takedown, and it was like, oh, okay. And like he landed a couple strikes. Loder, low kick, strong push kick to the body. Loder looking to enter the clinch, gets reversed, gets it back. Then you're like, oh, okay. And then all of a sudden, when they separated, Loder's holding his head straight up in the air. I'm like, oh, good God. He's going to get slept, which is what ended up happening. So, but big right hand from Bekoev, putting him down. Loder gets back up, Bekoev wasn't able to get the finish. He followed up with a ton of strikes, wasn't able to get the finish. And I was like, oh, maybe he punched himself out. Maybe Loder's going to work his way back in it. Nope. Big right hand and Loder goes down and it's over. Very quick fight. Not a ton to break down after that. Before that. Oh, man. Oh, here's another dominant performance. These prelims actually weren't that bad to watch. The featured prelim was, again, if you've got some nostalgia in you, watch it. But the other fights, there's some good ones. Gillian Robertson taking on Marina Rodriguez. Boy, Gillian Robertson is legit. She's really fucking good. Who has she lost to in the past few years? I mean, if you want to go back to 2020, she's lost to Talia Santos, Miranda Maverick, JJ Aldrich. All right, that's not the best one. Tabitha Ricci in 2023, but since then hasn't lost. Polyana Viana, Michelle Watterson, Luana Pinheiro, and now Marina Rodriguez. She needs to step up in talent, and she should be ranked in the top 10 after I think she was 12 before this. Gillian Robertson, there she is, number 12. She should be in the top 10 after this. Marina Rodriguez was ranked number 9. So, yeah, they at least switched spots, but the run that she's been on is fantastic. Kicks from Robertson to the legs and up the middle to the body. Rodriguez wanted to land something big to counter, but she just couldn't keep Robertson off of her. Robertson gets the easy single leg with 3:30 left, dominates her on the ground, attacking that far side arm with the Kimura, trying to do something with it. I don't know if she got an official sub attempt in that first round. She did not. But used a ton of strikes on the ground. She landed, it says she only landed 5 significant strikes, but I felt like she landed, okay, there, 42 total strikes, a lot of those being on the ground, and, tons of elbows, lots of really good striking, elbows to the legs, like to the thighs, which, as far as like fight ending sequence, no, but enough of those will fuck your legs up. And, Rodriguez wasn't doing shit about it. So dominant round, possibly a 10-8, but I gave it a 10-9. 10-9 for Robertson. Second round, Robertson goes to that single right away. Rodriguez goes for the ninja choke. Doesn't get it. She it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad attempt, but the thing is, like, the way that she used it, she didn't use it to avoid the takedown or get back up with it. She just used it to go for the sub and fell to her back. And when the sub didn't sink in and get it, she just ended up on her back. Robertson got the mount and got ground and pound and got the fucking TKO finish. Fantastic. Who did she call out? She called out Amanda Lemos. Amanda Lemos is number 4. That's a good call out, good fight. I like watching Gillian Robertson fight. She's fun, man. And she has gotten progressively better every single time she's in there. She's been fighting. She used to have a lot of holes in her game, and it's not that she's like this perfect fighter now, but she has gotten so much better over the past like 5 or 6 years. It's crazy. Gaston Bolanos versus Quang Lee. I don't know what everybody was expecting after that first round, but Lee doubling up on that lead hook. Like, they're talking about how Bolanos with his striking and all this other shit. And Lee, meanwhile, is just like, I don't give a crap. I'm walking right through this. I don't care. Gets him to the cage, re-engaging with the takedown, getting him to the back and gets the body triangle. He had the twister hook in for a lot of this. He would twister hook and then go to full hook, both hooks, and then twister hook, full hook. And he was using that position. I thought for a second there, I was really hoping he would go for the twister, but after he put the hooks back in and then went back to the twister hook, I figured that wasn't his strategy. I always love a good twister. Anyway, Bolanos gets back to the feet, but Lee just casually holds on to his back and then gets him back to the ground as casual as you like. It was like he was picking up like. It was he was picking up his bag at the airport or picking up his backpack. Like, he just literally just, yep, this is mine, bang, and just takes him back down. So smooth, so peaceful. Bolanos while Lee was on Bolanos' back, Bolanos looks up at the referee and is complaining like, oh, he's not doing anything. Instantly dislike someone when they do that shit. I can't stand it. You're being dominated. Do something about it. Quit looking to the referee. I think the second they look to the referee should never engage. I don't give a shit how many people boo. Like, that means their strategy is to stall and get the referee to intervene. So I'd be like, oh, that's your strategy? Then I'm not interviewing. I don't want to be a part of your fight. Your fight strategy should not involve the referee. Anyway, one-way traffic. Bolanos puts his hands up in the air at the end of the round. Get fucked, dude. I know you're frustrated, but he puts his hands up in the air. He's like, no, this is boring. Fuck you. Then do something about it. Make it not boring. Like he doesn't want to expose himself, right? He doesn't want to do things that will possibly make him tired or expose himself to get submitted, which, allow him to possibly escape or reverse or get on top, whatever, right? He doesn't want to do those things. He just wants to sit there, stay safe, and bitch about being controlled. So you can't have it both ways, man. Anyway, second round, Bolanos kicking at range, trying to keep distance. Lee landing a high kick, a nice set of hooks. Bolanos firing back with a kick that gets caught, and then he gets thrown to the ground, and then Lee just looks smooth on the feet, smooth on the ground, and he puts him to sleep with a rear naked choke. Maybe he can complain some more now that he fell asleep. Oh, hey, man, what are we doing? Look, now we're just taking naps in here? He just put me to sleep. That's bullshit. Yeah. I can't stand that stuff. I don't know him personally. He might be a great guy. In that moment, I dislike that stuff with a passion. All right, heavyweight fight. Yikes. Dontel May is taking on Thomas Petersen. Yikes. Oh, boy. Dontel Mays could not stay on his feet. Petersen getting into the single leg, getting to the fence, and then gets him down eventually. Mays getting back up. Petersen getting him down again and again. He does it multiple times, eventually slams him back down flat on his back in the middle of the cage, able to keep him there for the rest of the round, controlling him for 4 minutes and 34 seconds. Don't need to talk about it anymore. 10-9. Oh, yeah, 1-1 for striking numbers. Second round, Petersen rushes across the cage, gets a single leg again. Mays gets to the fence and gets back up to his feet with 3 minutes left, but then a beautiful takedown again. Thomas Petersen outstriking him here 5-1, keeping him on the ground for nearly the entire round, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I gave this a 10-8. So I had it 20-17. Third round, Petersen landing that right hand, staggering him. Mays jumps flying knee and then gets taken down. And he's down on the ground for 4 minutes and 48 seconds. Another 10-8 round. I had it 30-25. Looking at the official scorecards. Bruce Huckfeld. So Ron McCarthy gave the third round a 10-8. Derek clearly gave the second round a 10-8. And Bruce Huckfeld gave them both a 10-8. So, yes, people were leaning that way. I think that's a good decision. Throw some more 10-8s out there. That's a dominant performance by Thomas Petersen. Not the most fun fight to watch. Don't recommend it if you're not a hardcore fan, but dominant performance. Juliana Miller taking Ivana Petrovic. This one, was it? Did I disagree? Oh, no, I didn't disagree. Anyway, Petrovic landing the body kick as she presses forward. Miller staying patient, waiting, then explodes with a 1-2, pushing her in the clinch. Petrovic looks like a cleaner striker. Miller more scrappy. Miller keeping it gritty. Petrovic able to land the takedown and use it and land some ground and pound, which made the difference for me. I gave Petrovic that first round 10-9. She outlanded her 7-4. Second round here, Petrovic gets across the cage and starts opening up, and Miller goes to the takedown, falls off her back. Miller looks slow on the feet, but again, gets a takedown, gets to the back with the body triangle, landing some good ground and pound, going for that rear naked choke to end the round. Now, so total strikes apparently were in favor of Petrovic this round. I don't know about that. I bet. Look at the total. No, total strikes were definitely in favor of Miller. 24-8. Yes, absolutely. That control time. Going for the submission attempt, even though she didn't get it, like she's clearly trying to advance in this one. Looking at these significant strike numbers are very deceptive for this round. 19-19 going into third round. Miller being backed up again, but it's just a matter of her getting the takedown. That's what it is. If Miller gets a takedown, she wins. If Petrovic gets on top, she wins, or stays up, she wins. And then Miller stays on the back during a scrappy takedown, able to keep it with 1 minute and 15 seconds left. She did outstrike her this round too, as in the significant strikes 14-12. And the thing is, like, I didn't know if Miller did a ton of damage in this round, but Petrovic didn't really land much either. So I went Miller 29-28. And if looking at the judges' scorecards, let's see here. All three judges had the exact same way. They gave that first round to Petrovic. So Josh Stewart, Bruce Huckfeld, and Mike Bell all gave the second two rounds to Miller. So, yep. Sounds about right. Anyway, If you like this kind of thing, subscribe to the channel. That way you know next video's coming out. I really appreciate it. If you did like this video, hit the like button. I'd appreciate that as well. I'll keep this one short because the last video was relatively long, so I appreciate y'all for stopping by. I hope you guys have an amazing week. Love y'all. Peace.